Okay, Serum 2 is amazing, we all know that, but these three synths do things it genuinely can't, and not small differences either, completely different ways of creating sound. And here's the crazy part. All three of these synths together cost less than Serum 2 alone. And no, they're not just cheap alternatives, each one brings something genuinely different. Let's start with a synth that takes wavetable style synthesis in a different direction to Serum. This is Thorn. It's got everything you'd expect from a modern synth: wavetable oscillators, massive modulation options, great filters, and semi-modular effects. And honestly, it sounds incredible. But the really interesting stuff starts here, because Thorn has this thing called a harmonic filter, and it lets you shape the harmonics of sound in ways that you just don't normally get to in synths like Serum. Listen to this. Basic default pad sound. And this is what it sounds like with a normal low-pass filter sweep. Now, same sound, but this time with the harmonic filter. And with a different preset. And the harmonic filter is only half of what makes Thorn so good, because it can also do this. Let's start with a simple bass sound. And now we're going to engage the arpeggiator, which is here. This is the sequence that we've got now. And if we just look to the left here, this is where the magic begins, because Thorn has a secret weapon in the form of a glitch sequencer. Listen what happens to when I switch it on. And when you use it on pads, it sounds like this. So the glitch sequencer turns basic sounds into something way more dynamic and almost instantly. And when you combine that with the power of the harmonic filter, Thorn quickly becomes a monster of a secret weapon for unique sounds. But the next synth takes sound design in a completely different direction. This is Loom 2. And honestly, the fact that it makes additive synthesis ridiculously easy isn't even the interesting part, because this is where it starts to get fun. It has this insane random feature. So why is that such a big deal? Well, I used it to create these sounds in just a few clicks. So unlike a lot of other synths with a similar feature, this randomizer really works, and you can use it anytime you need fresh inspiration for new sounds in just a couple of clicks. But that isn't even the coolest part, because Loom can morph between completely different states of the same sound, and that makes it so easy to create movement and evolving textures without loads of automation. So you can go from this to this. And this. to this. Oh, and before we move on, there's one more thing Loom can do that you really wouldn't expect from it. It also has a built-in vocoder. So, Loom 2 can create anything from huge evolving pads right through to delicate glassy plucks. The next synth uses this ingenious feature and approaches sound design from a totally different angle. This is Aparillo by Sugar Bytes. Underneath all of this texture and movement, it's actually an FM synth at heart, but unlike most FM synths which seem impenetrable, Aparillo doesn't feel technical or intimidating. It turns FM into something that's a lot more immediate, playable and almost effortless. The GUI makes it a breeze to create sounds that range from huge cinematic atmospheres all the way to delicate glassy plucks. But that is not really the part that makes Aparillo different. Because hidden inside this thing is a feature called Orbit. And at first it might look like some kind of visual gimmick, but making that assumption would be a big mistake. Because Orbit completely changes the way a sound moves and evolves over time. And it does it in a way that I've not seen in any other synths anywhere. Now that's all very impressive, but what does the Orbit sound like in practice? Listen to this preset without the Orbit. Now watch what happens when I switch it on. And again with a different sound. Aparillo is less about traditional synthesis and much more about movement, texture and creating sounds that constantly evolve. So yes, Serum is still a great synth, but if you do want a bit more range and you're open to some different concepts, these three really do offer some new ideas. Curious to hear your thoughts? Let me know in the comments section below what you think, and I've put the links to each of the synths in the description below. Go check them out and I'll see you in the next one.